Taking sailings in the deep ocean was and long remained a laborious and time-consuming task, and knowledge of the undersea topography lagged considerably behind our acquaintance with the landscape of the near side of the Moon. Over the years, methods were improved. Taking sailings in the deep ocean was and long remained a laborious and time-consuming task, and knowledge of the undersea topography lagged considerably behind our acquaintance with the landscape of the near side of the Moon. Over the years, methods were improved. The principle of cooperation is one of the things that sets conversation apart from similar activities such as lectures, debates, arguments, and meetings. Other qualities which help to define conversation include the equal distribution of speakers' rights, mutual respect among speakers, spontaneity, and informality, and a non-business-like environment. The principle of cooperation is one of the things that sets conversation apart from similar activities such as lectures, debates, arguments, and meetings. Other qualities which help to define conversations include the equal distribution of speaker rights, mutual respect among speakers, spontaneity and informality, and a non-business-like environment. The American executive, unlike the British, has no connections with the legislatures, and this lack of coordination between executive and legislatures is one of the distinctive features of American federal government. The Constitution guarded against executive control by disqualifying federal officials, whether civil or military, from membership in Congress. The American executive, unlike the British, has no connection with the legislature, and this lack of coordination between executive and legislature is one of the distinctive features of American federal government. The Constitution guarded against executive control by disqualifying federal officials, whether civil or military, from membership in Congress. In the summers of 2006, Europe experienced drought on unprecedented on an on an unprecedented on an unprecedented scale. On the Rhine, Europe's busiest great waterway, low waters force ships to carry less cargo and make up for lost revenue, which surcharges are for up to. In the summer of 2006, Europe experienced drought on an unprecedented scale. On the Rhine, Europe's busiest waterway, low waters forced ships to carry less cargo and make up for lost revenue with surcharges for up to 50%. In Italy, the Agricultural Confederation announced that the grape harvest was the lowest in 2 decades. The history of life on Earth is filled with mystery, life and death struggles, and bizarre plants and animals as amazing as any mythological creatures. Studying life's history is one of the most fascinating and challenging parts of biology, and researchers go about it in several ways. The histories of life on Earth is filled with mystery, life and death struggles, and bizarre plants and animals as amazing as any mythological creatures. Studying life's histories is one of the most fascinating and challenging parts of biology, and researchers go about it in several ways. Blue food is rare in nature. Food researchers say that when humans search for food, they learn to avoid toxic or spoiled objects, which were often blue, black, or purple. When food dyed blue is served to study subjects, they lose appetite. Blue food is rare in nature. Food researchers say that when humans search for food, they learn to avoid toxic or spoiled objects, which were often blue, black, or purple. When food dyed blue is served to study subjects, they lose appetite.
It is quite clear that rising prosperity does not make people feel more content. It is quite clear that rising prosperity does not make people feel more content.
If telescopes are used to locate distant objects, what instrument is employed to magnify minuscule objects? If telescopes are used to locate distant objects, what instrument is employed to magnify minuscule objects?